Hey YouTube, Random Reviewer 16 here. Today I've got Palm's Pre Plus on Verizon. Palm initially released the Pre on Sprint over a year ago, and recently released the Palm Pre Plus on AT&T. Both the Pre and the Pre Plus on Verizon use CDMA technology, whereas the Palm Pre Plus on AT&T uses GSM technology, which is good for SIM card users. Another difference between the Pre and the Palm Pre Plus is that the Pre Plus has double the memory and storage, making it 512 megabytes of memory and 16 gigabytes of storage. Out of the three available models, I would actually have to recommend the Pre Plus for Verizon because of this app here called Mobile Hotspot. And as the name implies, it creates a mobile hotspot that you can then connect five Wi-Fi devices to. This app is also available for Sprint users, but with Verizon, that you'll have to download. But with Verizon, it comes pre-installed. Another reason why to get it on Verizon is because whereas this is a $40 per month option with Android phones on Verizon, this is a absolutely free app for pre-users. Now, after saying that, I have to say this phone isn't for everyone, especially for those who have to download the latest apps. I would say, however, this is an underrated smartphone because it has all the features you would want on a smartphone, such as a 3.1-inch touchscreen display, as you can see here. It's got a gesture area specifically designed for WebOS interaction. See right there. And it also has a 3 megapixel camera, an LED light, external speakers for speakerphone function, volume up and down rocker buttons, 3.5 millimeter jack, standby switch, power and standby button, as well as the option of making it into a USB drive by pulling this out and inserting the included cable. Now it also has a slide-out forwarded keyboard, tactile keyboard, which some users have complained about, but I have medium-sized hands and have no problem using it. Of course, I did have a Samsung Alias before, so I'm sort of used to the small QWERTY keyboard. For those who are interested, you should check out your local retail store and play around with the keyboard itself. And as for the built-in software, WebOS has a web browser here, as you can see. You can view a desktop web page if you want to. I have it set as mobile. You can also watch YouTube. There's an app for watching YouTube videos. And it also has, like any other smartphone you would expect, an app store called App Catalog. This currently holds 4,000 apps, and it's growing by the day. What I like about WebOS is that Palm paid minute detail to the user interface, and with the installation of Preware, which is where homebrew users post their apps, you can fully customize the user interface. An example is me adding this date next to the time, as well as a percentage battery indicator. You can do other things like overclock the processor from 500 to, as you can see, 800 megahertz. Also, a reason why I like the Pre is that it really does multitasking right with the card view function. Everything just runs smoothly. I can hardly feel any slowdown. And when I get a notification, it pops up here in the bottom. You just click it and slide it away if you don't need to go do it right away. The cons about this device that I've heard and that I've somewhat experienced is the battery life. This really drains the battery. I don't know if it's because it has a low battery capacity or not, but users have said you can easily fix this by getting a third-party battery. The build quality on the Pre Plus is actually pretty good, but on the pre's, they were complaining about the sliding mechanism, but the sliding mechanism on the pluses are pretty solid. One thing I do like about the pre's as opposed to the pre pluses is the symbol here. As you can tell, I have actually a pre here. I actually like this orange button here. That makes it easier to see the numbers, as you can see here. But with this, it's harder to see, and I wish that maybe they made it a Verizon red for Verizon and an orange, AT&T blue for Palm Pre Pluses on AT&T. Another thing about the Pre is that build quality wise is that on the regular originals is the button here that seems to have been fixed. As you can see, it's easy to turn on and off. Overall, I really like this phone, and it wouldn't mind it as a consideration as a smartphone, especially if you're with Verizon, because of the mobile app feature that is totally free. This has been my review of the Palm Pre Plus Verizon, and I hope to see you in my next random review.